Good morning, guys. Welcome to my Monday morning rant for Monday, the 22nd of August, 2022. So, last week I got up feeling like something had clicked into place mentally, in terms of the previous week feeling like a little scared that I was going back down the rabbit hole. Had some feelings that felt really, really similar to how I felt when I needed help. But yeah, something clicked, and despite that last Monday being my mate Chris's funeral, something had changed, and it has stayed that way this whole week. So I'm back. I'm back to doing nothing as usual, but I'm still back. I did not end up going to my friend's funeral. I had all good intentions to go, but I'm so good at being a no-show at weddings and funerals, and it's very selfish of me. I tend to not celebrate birthdays. I don't believe in that in birthdays. I don't believe there's anything special about it. It's just another day kind of thing. And yeah, just because I believe in that doesn't mean I shouldn't respect that other people do. It reminds me of an ex-girlfriend of mine that loves flowers, and I just never bought them for her because I don't like flowers. Yeah, selfish of me. As well as just not turning up because it's an emotional thing, and I just was running away from that. And I messaged the WhatsApp group that I'm on with some of the old high school mates that were planning to go to one guy, one good mate of mine even flew in from interstate, and I just really apologized that I couldn't go. And it was really nice to get some responses back to say that there was no judgment whatsoever. And that hopefully that we could catch up in a better light, rather than having to catch up when one of us dies. Cool dudes. And even afterwards, they did suggest they could pick me up, and or even if I could have joined them afterwards at the pub for a beer. I just couldn't do it. But yeah, I wasn't feeling down about it. And I have been sleeping on and off. My sleep patterns have been really up and down still. But again, even though I'm not sleeping well, I'm not losing the plot. So, like I said, something has clicked, and I'm back to normal. So I have been taking melatonin still. I've dropped down from 2 tablets a night to 1. I don't believe it works. Hey, I really don't think it's doing anything for me. So what I might do is just maybe take it for another week, and then phase off it completely and see how I go. Because honestly, like, some nights I've had 2 pills, and then I just still would wake up at 3 in the morning, and I'd be completely awake at 3. I just could not get back to sleep. So there's that. I had dinner with the family at Coogee Pavilion, and that was on the Monday night. So that was on the night of my mate's funeral. And Monday night, the place was packed, and yeah, full of kids, like families and kids. And I'm just shocked that, like, I suppose I just haven't been out since this whole pandemic to such a crowded venue. And it was as if COVID didn't exist. There was no pandemic. The only person wearing a mask was my mum. 100% back to normal. And it just tripped me out. And it tripped me out that it was just so busy on a Monday night. Testament to Justin Hemmers, who runs a fair few really good restaurants in Sydney, restaurants and bars. And I've done some work for that guy before. He was an absolute dickhead, super egotistical, absolute. I thought he was a wanker, but yeah, I haven't heard anything about him in years. I suppose he's stayed out of the spotlight, and but yeah, whichever way I look at it, I totally respect his ability to run really good restaurants and bars. I've never had a bad time at any of them. If you go to his hotel in George Street, Maryvale, the bar downstairs, the food down there it's so good. And the Coogee Pavilion place, like, it's super well priced. Like, the steak was $40. It was great. No, it wasn't super amazing. It wasn't a matrix steak, but it was good. And what's interesting is to hear that my relos, my uncle and my aunties thought it was amazing food, and it was like some of their favorite food. They couldn't believe how good the food was. And these guys fine dine a lot, so it was really good to hear that more simple, much cheaper, more simple, just simple dishes and good cooking, and a really pumping atmosphere maybe had some influence on people who usually would be fine dining the fuck out, you know? So yeah, I thought that was weird. Just probably the biggest crowd that I've been in a while was just the local restaurant. I shot with Anna Moon from Melbourne yesterday. She's an escort. She's Korean. She's super tall, super leggy, which is great because I'm a leg guy. And she's very much becoming one of my favorite models to shoot. She is fairly new to the industry, and I met her when she was first starting out. And even just in 4 shoots alone, I've seen her really come into her own, and she's super confident. And she's we're just talking about work and stuff, which I'm going to try to avoid talking about all the stories that escorts share with me because I don't want to get anyone in trouble. But I always love the stories, you know. I think there's escorts are some of the most interesting people I've ever met. And it's just awesome to hear that she actually is really getting into shooting. And she admits that when she first started out, it was really nerve-wracking and she had no idea what she was doing. And it's nice to see that I have to direct her less. And I hardly directed her at all yesterday, and she really did most of the moving and knew when to move. Because I shoot at 1.4, I try to, if I see a shot that I really like, I will tell a model to stop there and don't move at all, because if I see something that I really like, I need to shoot it 3 times just in case the other 2 times are out of focus. So yeah, it's great. And she's in Sydney every two months or so. So I think we're going to lock it down and just shoot every single time, and just keep going. And she doesn't show her face, so she does reveal a lot more of her body and pushes the more erotic stuff. And she showed me her OnlyFans, actually. I've never actually seen any of the girls that I shoot. I've never seen their OnlyFans. So I don't know what they post on there. And I'm always horrified. Like, I always hope that they're not, like, just posting in focus shots with their iPhones of their pussy, you know? Like, I just really hope that there's some class to it. And what she showed me, it was pretty damn classy. Like, yes, it was revealing, but it was classy. So we really did do a whole bunch of open leg um photography yesterday, but I used props. She had a rose, and a rose can be pretty cheesy, but I think it's amazing how much difference having a rose in a more graphic sort of open leg shot, how much difference it makes in comparison to having the rose there and not having it there. Um, it still has to be artistic for me. I think some of these really border on not being artistic. Um, but again, it's not going to be posted anywhere but my Patreon. And again, like I'm so happy that there are people out there who um, are totally okay with paying me that $50 US a month to see my photo sets on Patreon. And there's a $5 plan where you get to see most of the stuff, but the $50 guys, every now and then they get to see some much more graphic, erotic stuff that pushes my models, and yeah, it's mind blowing that they're willing to support me to see that work, as opposed to just hopping on YouTube and looking at porn or whatever. So yeah, it's for them, very much so. As for obviously for the girls too who run OnlyFans, and I much prefer them using my photos over like taking selfies of their vaginas or whatever. So yeah, I'm still on the fence about it, whatever. But so yesterday, after that shoot with Anna, it was in the CBD. I thought I'd walk up to Taylor Street, where I used to live in Darlinghurst, Taylor Square, just to check out the state of the city. It was a really beautiful day, super sunny, and I have to admit it was actually a good vibe day. Like, I really hate Sydney. That's only because I was born here and I'm so over it, But sometimes you got to push yourself, and you got to remember why you love the place. And even in the hotel, like, I ran into a couple in the lift that were from Adelaide, a young couple, and they were super cute, and we had talk about it, and they were having fun here. And when it was sad, by the way. Oxford Street was really dead. The vibe was dead, even though it was a beautiful day. Business is tough right now, right? And I don't know, but then again, it was a Sunday morning, Sunday sort of lunchtime, so it was dead though. But I hopped a cab at the top of Oxford Street, and I got an a really old American dude who was born in Chicago and has been here for many years, and he still had an American accent, and we just had a great chat. And he liked to swear, and I love that because I love to swear. Like, I said, "Do you like Sydney?" He goes, "I fucking love Sydney." He would not choose to be anywhere else on the planet. Him and his family, they have been here for a very long time, and they would never move. It was just so nice to hear, Sometimes you forget. Sometimes I forget how amazing Sydney really is. So that was great. And one of my favorite things is to catch Ubers and cabs with drivers who love to talk. The Uber in, I had this Asian dude who didn't say a single word. And I can't stand it. I hate that. I just love having that full-on D&M with a complete stranger. And it's usually a cab driver or an Uber driver. So that was great. And tomorrow I am shooting with Abby, Cremalicious. And Abby, I miss Abby so much. She is legit one of my favorite models to shoot. She's so super photogenic. She has so much energy. She always brings it. We've always created amazing photos. love them. Some of my favorite photos ever are with Abby. And she's just been in a really bad place for some time. Like her skin went out of control. She had like a lot of zits and just started to lose a lot of confidence. And she's a real hardcore content creator on TikTok, and with the photography and modeling and everything. So it really dented her confidence, and that's a really tough place to be in. So especially for a young girl. So she's back, and I'm shooting with her tomorrow. So I am so excited about that. It's been too long. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I have so many photos to edit, and I'm really falling behind. I'm lazier than ever. Um, I'm meant to be helping out another escort that I just met who's also just starting out, and she's been messaging me a lot, and she's come over to meet me and have meetings about stuff. And um, I actually had to say to her that I don't have the energy right now. I was straight up, and she really appreciated that I was straight up with her. So we'll figure it out. I still want to help her, but I just don't know if I can work with someone like every day or every second day and like be in touch. That consistency. I'm still not there. I don't think I even want to be there. So I better be careful about what I commit to. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I thought this rant was gonna be a lot shorter because I really have nothing to say. I'm just in a good place, and I'm glad that I'm here, and I hope everyone has a good week. Sorry for a bit of a fucking nothing rant, because I've got nothing to rant about. I'm all good. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See yous.